usually like to do is first thing in the morning, or just kind of whenever I'm getting ready to do my makeup, is this is the Micellar Cleansing Water by Garnier. I really love this. It's just kind of like a really simple cleansing water, and so I just sometimes put this on a like cotton round and just kind of go over my whole face, and then I just kind of let that wash my face for me. I kind of use that in the morning. So I did that this morning. I just went over my face with a cotton round with some of this on it, and then I also put on some sunscreen, and then I put on a little bit of under eye cream because I've been getting really dry through there lately. One that I really like is by e.l.f. This is the what's this called? Hydrating Under Eye Primer. So I've done that also. But now I'm just going to go ahead and prime my face. And still my favorite thing to use is this Nivea Men's Sensitive Cooling Post Shave Balm. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some of this on. So for foundation, I think I'm just going to use my Revlon Color Stay. I have so many foundations. I'm always trying them. I'm always doing stuff. But seriously, I always go back to this. I have used this for so many years now. I've repurchased this over and over and over. I love this foundation. I mean, high-end, drugstore, whatever. This is still just seriously one of my top favorites. I love this foundation. I'll just show you my foundation drawer so you can see, like, I do have other ones to pick from, and I still come back to this one. So it's pretty excessive. I've got a ton different foundations that I'm always liking to try and stuff, but I always go back to my Revlon one. This is another one that I really like. This is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, also one of my faves. I've also really been liking this Ulta Color Correcting Foundation and Primer Stick. This is a little bit oily on its own, so I do like to mix this with my Revlon Color Stay, and it kind of makes it last all day, but I just like this for a little bit of extra coverage. This is so easy. If you're someone that just is like always in a hurry to get your makeup done, this is the simplest, like best thing I could recommend. I really like this form of foundation. It's really nice. So I do like to, and also if you're not oily, then you wouldn't have to mix this with anything. I just am a little bit oily, so I have to kind of mix it with another foundation for kind of the combating oily factor. So anyways, I'll show you how I use this, but I really love this. So right now I'm having some breakouts kind of along my jawline. So I kind of will just put it there first, and I just literally like color it on. And then just maybe a couple swipes, but you guys should really try this. And they you can find a dill at Ulta, so I wait for it to come on sale. I really like that. So then I'm just using my foundation brush. I really am still loving this one. This is by e.l.f. I wish it said on it what it was, but it's just a thick, kind of dense brush. The Ulta foundation stick, it just blends in so quick and easy and effortlessly. So if you didn't have troubled skin and you already had really nice skin, one layer of that Ulta would be enough coverage for you, but I have pretty crappy skin. So, and like I said, I kind of like to use another one just to kind of help not get oily and a little bit more coverage. So now I am going to go into my Revlon Color Stay. Okay, and then once I kind of have my foundation on, I like to go in with a sponge and just kind of push it in. And I really like the finish that a sponge gives, but I like the coverage that a brush gives, so that's why I kind of use both. For concealer, I think I'm going to use this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is the color Light, number 1. One thing I've been liking to do is I bring the concealer like up on my nose like this. And I feel like it kind of helps like shape it without even contouring at all. So I kind of like to do that, bring it kind of up the sides of my nose more. And I'm just going to buff this with my sponge. I think to set my concealer today, I'm just going to use Cornstarch. I've been trying this and I really like it. It's just super fine milled. So I like to I have this little container of it, and I just like to put this kind of on the end of a sponge. And then I am just also going to go over the spots that I put a lot of extra concealer. Because this is just like a super heavy duty powder. So it really will set those like extra kind of wet concealer spots. Okay, for the rest of my face, I'm going to use this Coverall Wet n Wild pressed powder. And then a big fluffy kabuki brush. So I kind of like to just like pat it on first. Because I feel like if I just instantly go in and start rubbing, it kind of will move the foundation around and the concealer and stuff that I put there. So I kind of like to just make sure it's all set first. Okay, so now everything's pretty much powdered, so now I'm just going to kind of get off all the extra powder of everything. For under my eyes, I do like to use something kind of lighter and yellow base, so I'm going to use this NYX HD powder. This is in Banana. It looks like this. And then this e.l.f. blush brush. I like this for under my eyes. Yeah, I really like using that cornstarch first though, because it's like you can use a ton of it. It's super cheap, obviously. And it kind of does the work of like setting the powder, of setting all of your liquid stuff, your foundations and concealers, a really cheap way. But then you can just go over it like with your actual makeup powders to kind of give it the colors that you want. So that's why I'm kind of going over with this yellow, even though this step really probably isn't necessary. You probably could have just brushed away that cornstarch and it looked fine. The other thing that I love about cornstarch is it's like, you know how sometimes your face feels a little bit tacky from your foundation, even after a powder it can just feel a little bit tacky? That completely makes it just dry. It makes it like completely dry to the touch, which I love. So I actually forgot that I had this, but I've been liking this for kind of bronzing and warming things up a little bit. This is a Mary Kay loose powder. This is in the color Golden Bronze. So I just have a little bit in the top of this lid here, and I'm just putting a little, I don't know if I've tried this brush, so I don't know how this is gonna work out. This is a super, super warm color, so you have to be really careful because it's really like orangey based. But I just think it's kind of pretty for like warming up the skin, and it's a really nice powder, so it doesn't like get splotchy or anything like that. It just really blends beautifully into the skin. I haven't used this in a long time. I think I'm going to use this too. This is the e.l.f. Contour Palette. These are really nice too. They have such just nice powders. I'm just going to kind of mix those two darker colors on this same little brush, because I want a teeny bit more. I've been doing a little bit less contouring. It's gotten a little bit warmer outside, and I've just done more like warm bronzing. I go really heavy with bronzing. The other day we walked in to, I can't remember, this restaurant or something, and this guy was like, "You are from Florida, aren't you? You're so tan." I'm like, "Thank you," and no, I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm glad my bronzer's fooling you. I think I'm going to do blush at the end. I'm not sure what I'm doing with my eyes yet, so I'll decide blush after I do my eyes. Okay, I'm going to just do my eyebrows. I'll probably do this. I'll probably finish doing this off camera. Okay, I'm back with eyebrows. I hate how harsh eyebrows look when I don't have anything else on, which it's stupid because it's like, this is what my eyebrows should just look like naturally. I mean, it's like, that's the same color. This is my natural hair. I've been growing out my hair for a while now. So this is all my natural color, this brown. And it's like, that's the same color, but like, why are my natural brows not that color? And especially my eyelashes. I have the blondest eyelashes. So I wish that all kind of matched. Okay, so I'm going to prime my eyelids, and doing this the same as I always do, using my MAC paint pot. This is in the color Soft Ochre. And I just like to use my ring finger to try and be gentle as possible. So for my eyes today, I'm so excited. I'm going to be using my new Meet Matte Tremoni palette, which is so cute. It's by The Balm. You guys know I use the heck out of my Meet Matte Nude palette, and so they came out with this new one, and I could not wait to get my hands on it, and it finally came in the mail, so I'm really excited to use it. It's just another all matte palette, which I love all matte colors, and these are what they look like. These are like the most high quality eyeshadows ever. I love these eyeshadows so much. So I'm really excited to get into this. So I think I'm going to do a kind of an all matte eyeshadow look, I'm thinking. We'll see if I end up adding some shimmer somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to start with Matte Lopez, and I'm going to put that in my crease, and I'm going to use a Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush. These are the most pigmented eyeshadows. And I'm going to focus this on my outer corner. And then just kind of like blend it inwards. Okay, and then I'm gonna also grab this matte Lin color. It's a little bit lighter, same brush, and just kind of blend out even more. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this even teenier brush, looks like this. And I'm gonna grab this matte Kumar, that kind of red maroon one that I was showing you. I love this color. That's such a pretty maroon color. And I'm just gonna first of all kind of pack it in my outer corner like this. It's gonna look really sloppy right now. Okay, now I'm gonna use this small tapered blending E45 brush by Sigma to blend this color in. And then I pick up a teeny bit more on this brush just to kind of build up that color and intensify it a little bit more. I feel like this is such a fall look that I'm doing, but I cannot help but use this maroon color. I love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this original brush that I used for my crease and a little bit more of that matte Lopez color and just make sure everything's blended. I'm just gonna kind of go around the edges of this maroon color. And then I want to throw a little bit of this black in just to intensify things a little bit more. So I'm going to grab this matte Ahmed, I don't know how to say that, and then this little teeny kind of dome shaped brush. This is actually just a brush from the craft store. I'm just going to kind of do the same pattern where I just put it in the outer corner and then just kind of slowly work a little bit into my crease. And I'm doing just a teeny bit. I mean, just you kind of see like, oh, I kind of already showed you on this one, but see like the difference that just a teeny bit of the black makes, just that dimension that it gives. I'm actually thinking a gold might be really pretty in the inside. I can't decide if I want to do like a flat white or like a gold. I think I'm actually going to do some gold shimmer. For the gold, I think I'm going to use this Carly Bybel palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to use this. It's just such a like pure gold color, and it's more like actually it's like a bronzy gold, so I really like it. And I'm just going to pack a bunch of color onto that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus to kind of adhere it so I don't get a ton of fallout. It makes it like liquid gold. It's pretty. And then see how that just like makes it really metallic? I'll zoom in so you can kind of see that. And then I kind of want more of like a pop of gold right in the center. So I'm going to grab this lighter gold from this same palette and just do the same thing, but I'm just going to put it like right on the center. So I just kind of packed it on, and then I'm going to spray it. What it looks like when I spray it. And then that just gives it like a highlight right there, which I really like. Give that just a second to dry before I blend it. And I'm just going to kind of blend it with that gold out here. So I really like those mixture. I like that maroon and gold colors. I really like that. Okay, I'm back with lashes on, so I guess we can move to the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna leave my actual waterline empty and just put some shadow on beneath. I can't decide how smoky I want to go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab that same maroon shade and then this little e.l.f. kind of smudger brush and kind of just like wrap this whole thing around. This part I'm keeping really as close to my like eyeball as I can get it, as close to those roots of my lashes. And then I'm going to take more of a fluffier, smaller brush, whoops, and a little bit of the matte Lopez color that we were using, and just kind of use that to just buff everything out. And actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to bring it down a little further. So I'm actually going to grab this brown color, Matte Reed, and I'm going to just bring it a little bit farther down. Because I want it pretty smoky, like beneath my eyes, I've decided. So I'm going for kind of like a really rounded, blown out smoky eye. It's kind of what this has turned into. And especially where we didn't do liner, that really lets it kind of stay rounded. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara on my lower lashes. Okay, so I'm back with that. I'm really liking kind of just the darkness and the blown outness of this look. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to blush. I kind of just want to keep the color theme going. So I'm actually gonna go into this blush palette that I have by Coastal Scents, and I think I'm gonna grab kind of this color. It kind of has that maroony vibe. And then I'm gonna grab this blush brush. Gonna kind of dust this onto the apples and also a little bit like through that contour area. I've kind of been bringing my blush a little bit in more, and I've kind of been liking that. Especially for like spring and summer, it just feels like it gives your face a little extra something, a little extra pop of color. Okay, for my lips, I kind of want to do like a nude lip, but I don't want it to be too nude. I want it to be more like a deeper neutral. So I'm going to, I can't decide what I want to use. I guess I'm going to go ahead and line them first. This is the color Natural, and the brand is Clean Color. Just going to blend that in a little bit. I think I'm going to use Whirl by MAC. I think that'll be a really nice combo. Where is it? Here it is. I think that'll complement this look really nicely. Okay, and I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of setting spray using my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Okay, so I really like how this look turned out. I used the first time that I got to use my new Meet Matrimony palette, which I absolutely love. And it was just kind of fun. I mean, I just kind of sat down with nothing in mind and just went with it, just kind of went with what I felt like doing at the time. So I really like how it turned out. I like this look. This would be fun for a going out night look, or without the eyeliner, you could wear this during the day. I'm wearing it to work. I'm always way too dramatic, but whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.